Onto concealer, I said sharp, wow. Hey guys, it's Ziya, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna do a makeup tutorial. It's been a while since I've done one. I'm just gonna walk you guys through this look. I don't know what to call it at this point, but let's just get started. So the first thing I do is apply SPF, specifically this one. Next, I'm going to apply some translucent powder over this. This is the Skin Food Multi-Finish Peach Powder. This technique usually keeps my skin really matte. So instead of going in with matte primer, I'm going to use the Becca First Light Priming Filter. This stuff makes my skin look so glowy. I'm not a biggest fan of the scent, but it does work really well. If I were going to do a really bright eyeshadow look, I would do the eyeshadow before I do my foundation, but we're going with neutral eyes today, so foundation first. Today I'm using the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear, is it Longwear? Yeah, Longwear foundation in the shade 210. Sometimes this can be a little light for me. Most of my foundations end up being light for me, because look at the difference between my face and my hands already. It's always too light. Onto concealer, I said sharp, wow. Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light Neutral 22N. Some here and some here. Apparently we're not doing the upside down triangle anymore, which is fine. Down my nose. Not gonna put it on my chin. I don't think my chin needs it today. Time to set the under eyes, and for this I'm going to use the Beauty Bakery Flower Setting Powder in the shade Oat. First I'm setting my under eyes with a brush, and then I'm going to set the rest of my face with a different brush. Onto eyebrows. We're going to first start with this pencil from e.l.f. It's the Ultra Precise Brow Pencil in the shade Taupe. Sometimes I feel like I say that funny, because I don't say the P, so it just sounds like taupe. And this is the process that I've been using for years. Maybe I should change it up, but I don't. I use my nose to measure out where the front lines are supposed to be, where my nostril starts. Outside of the bridges on each side, right? Then go from right here, the same place that I had pencil originally, tilt it, line it up with the outside of my pupil, line there, go from the outside, and then I just connect the dots. Sometimes I make them too thick or too messy and I end up cleaning around them with concealer. I might have to clean these up later, but I usually save that for after I do my eyeshadow. Also, I have this NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder. I've had this for years. I should probably get myself a new one, but I've been using this for a long time. This wax thing, I used to use that, but I don't even touch it. I just use one of these, preferably the dark one, and I put it up here around the areas where I actually don't have very many brow hairs, just to fill it in and make it look a bit thicker, you know, like there's actually stuff going on in here. Finally, onto the eyes. So I'm gonna start off by priming with my NYX eyeshadow primer. I just take it on a little brush, pat it all over my eyelid. It doesn't have to be perfect because I go in with my finger right after, smooth it all out. And then with this sleek eyeshadow in the shade, what do you call it? Back to Reality. I apply that over it just to set everything in place. And then we go in with our regular eyeshadows. So for this eyeshadow look, I'm using the Naked Honey palette. I wasn't expecting this to be very good, to be honest, but it was on sale. I got it for half off, so I was like, okay, let me give it a try. I love it. It's so good, especially if you're like really into neutrals and browns and stuff with a little bit of shimmer in there. This is good. This look is going to be really simple. I'm basically just going to use a bunch of the mattes from here. So I'm going to start off with the color Swarm. That's this one. This I'm just working into my crease and above my crease, because while I do have a decent amount of lid space, there's a lot of overhang here. Imagine this being higher. That would look so weird. Anyway, I bring it above my crease so that you guys can still see it, and it makes my eyes look even bigger. Next, I'm going to apply Keeper. That's this one right here. Also in the crease, just a little lower, not bringing it up as high as I did Swarm. I'm going to pack it into the inner corner a little bit more as well. Next, I'm going to take Hive, that's this matte shade right here. I'm putting it on the outer, like, third of my eyelid. This is the kind of look that I really like to go for, like a monochromatic look, but building depth with like the same types of shades. You know what I mean? And yes, I have used one brush for this whole thing so far. Next, I'm going to apply Drip right onto the outer corner. Now I'm going to take Sting, which is the darkest shade here, and I'm going to apply that just right to the outer corner. Just right there. Now I'm going to take the shade Sweet. I'm going to pat that on the lid where there's no color yet. And then I think I'm going to take some Keeper, a really light amount on the brush, and just use that to blend this all together. Because I am going to wear eyeliner too, and that's going to cover up a good amount of it. So I'm not really worried about this area of the eye being absolutely perfect. We're also going to put shadow on the lower portion, but after we do some liner. So here I have the Physicians Formula 2-in-1 Eye Boosting Lash Serum and Liner. I've been using this for years. This doesn't do anything for growing my lashes, but it does work as a liner. Okay, my camera overheated. Well, I was waiting for that to get better. I did this eye. As you can see, really simple wing. Nothing really fancy. I just start with the tip. Line where that's going to go. Bring it down. And line it to the inside. See? And then I fill it in. This could use some more work, but I don't do that until after I have my lashes on. These are the Ardell Wispies. While my lash glue is drying, I'm going to work on my lower lash line for the eyeshadow. I'm going to start off with Swarm from outer corner all the way to the inner corner. Then I'm going to take Keeper, apply that from about here on. I'm going to take Hive. I'm going to apply this just about halfway through my eye, and then Sting right on the outer corners. Kind of reaching up underneath the liner. And then I'm going to apply some waterproof mascara to my lashes. I'm not curling them or anything yet. Just applying some of this to keep my lashes in place when I put my false lashes on. Now for lashes, hate this part with a passion. Still not very good at putting lashes on. That's why I like the invisible lashes without the thick band. Okay, now that we have this on, I'm going to touch up my liner. Finally gonna move on to contouring. I've been using this for years. It's the Kat Von D Shane Light Contour Palette. I even bought backup powders to put into this palette. Originally it had the regular palette that didn't have the removable powder, and then I bought this one and everything to put into it, like a bunch. So it's gonna last me years. For my contour, I take the middle shade and just pat it where I want it to be. It's not neat. Then take a fluffier brush and just start blending it all.
2,000 years later.
Now for my nose, I take the middle shade. One line down this side, line down this side. They're pretty close together. A bunch under the nose, and with a thinner brush, I'm just making a line right here. See? And then with a little fluffy brush, just gonna start blending it all out.
Many months later.
Next, moving on to blush. This blush is from Phase Zero. It's in the shade Making Moves. And I start up here and work my way down. That way the majority of the pigment is back here. And this creates more of an angled look to my face, which is extremely round. Also taking a little bit of it onto the nose. Very lightly. I layer my blushes all the time, so the next blush I'm going to apply is this Laura Geller Blush and Brighten in a pink grapefruit. This has more shimmer to it, so I like to put it on right before I put on highlighter. just brightens up the face so much more. A little bit of this right here. And then for highlighter, I'm going to use Mary Luminizer. I always forget about this product, but it's really good. And put a little bit of it on the bridge of the nose. Also applying this to the inner corners. Oh, I forgot to put some on my Cupid's bow. Next, jumping back into brows. I know we just jump all over the place. I'm going to apply the M Cosmetics brow cream to my brows. This is in the shade Taupe. It helps my brows look like there's hairs in it again instead of all being matted down by powder. Next, setting spray before all of this starts to melt off of my face. Next, a little bit of mascara on the lower lashes. Some pencil liner for the waterline. And finally, onto the lips. Today I'm going to be using ColourPop's lip liner in the shade Beeper. I overline all the time because I have small lips. I did end up filling in my lips with the lip liner. For the lipstick, I'm wearing Huda Beauty's Game Night. And that is the whole look. This hair, this one hair, just to hang out back there. Okay, that is the whole look. I love it so much. These eyes, like what I like about this eyeshadow look is that you can pair it with like almost any lip color and it'll go together because the eyes are like super neutral. I like it. I feel very 90s as well. That is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe down below if you have not already. Don't forget to hit the little notification bell. It's either up there or down there. I have nothing else to say, so hope you guys are staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.